Welcome to the Potential Difference Research Lab. This video demonstration is for the IEEE. It's also for MIT and Oxford University. So what we're going to be demonstrating here today is conventional generator operation, RegenX generator operation, quantum motor operation, and magnetic field energy harvesting. So in the body of the letter, I'll go over basically the chronological history of energy creation, 1820. 1822, 1834, and I'll explain why electromagnetic field energy has been created in every instance, and the discovery that we made in 2007 that we had validated at MIT was that the negative work that was being performed in an electric generator, according to Lenz's law, could actually be reversed such that our generator performed positive work when generating electricity, and that's what you're going to see today, rather than negative work. So when the RegenX generator is placed on load, it does not perform negative work according to Lenz's law. It performs positive work and it accelerates the system. And this discovery required a new law of physics to go along with it, and a new explanation as to why the RegenX generator was performing positive work rather than negative work. So the first part of the demonstration is we'll be bringing the system up to rotational equilibrium, and at rotational equilibrium, the torque in the drive shaft from the prime mover to the generator is 0, and the mechanical power in the drive shaft is also 0. So at rotational equilibrium, and according to Newton's first law and the work energy principle, the speed of the system cannot be increased or decreased without some form of energy being put into the system. And what we'll see with the conventional generator is that the electromagnetic field energy that's created around the conventional generator coil will perform negative work according to Lenz's law, and the RegenX generator will perform positive work in accelerating the system while while delivering electric power, while generating electric power to the battery. And then we'll demonstrate the RegenX quantum motor. And the RegenX quantum motor is the world's first electric motor that performs work, produces positive work, system kinetic energy increase, but it doesn't require any externally supplied power. And finally, we'll be demonstrating the electromagnetic field energy harvesting. And the electromagnetic field energy that is created around the Regenex generator coils can be delivered to the generator coil such that its output is increased. So the Regenex generator coil is able to perform two forms of work: mechanical work, acceleration, and the magnetic fields that are created around the Regenex coils can also be used to generate additional electricity. So currently we're at rotational equilibrium, and our prime mover is consuming 593 watts. When we place the conventional generator on load, the input to the prime mover will increase. So currently we're delivering 3.2 amps to our battery. We're recharging the battery, and the prime mover input consumption has increased to 632 watts. So we're back to rotational equilibrium again, and we'll place the conventional generator back on load, and the created electromagnetic field energy around the conventional generator coil will perform negative work. So now we're at rotational equilibrium again, and now we're going to engage the Regenex generator, which will perform positive work and accelerate the system while recharging the battery. Delivering 4.48 amps to the battery, and the prime mover consumption has gone down to 545 watts. rotational equilibrium speed is 3,315 RPM. And the speed has increased to 3,354 RPM. So now we're going to engage the RegenX quantum motor. We're going to use created electromagnetic field energy to increase the speed of the system. Once again, RegenX quantum motor. So now we're going to use the conventional generator coil, which will supply about 3.3 amps to the battery. And then we'll use the quantum motor coils and the flux harvesting to increase the current to the battery while overriding the negative work or deceleration that the conventional coil produces. So the input to the prime mover is going up. So at rotational equilibrium, our prime mover is consuming 581 watts. And when we place the conventional generator on load, the prime mover will consume additional power. And now we'll put the quantum motor coils on load. The current to the battery. So now we're delivering 4.48 amps to the battery. And the prime mover consumption has gone down to 496 watts. All conventional electric generators in use on the planet today perform negative work with electromagnetic field energy, which is created at the subatomic electron level. That energy becomes externalized around the current carrying conductor inside the generator, and when that happens, it performs negative work. And the Regenex generator delays the timing of the load current in the time domain such that the electromagnetic field that is externalized around the Regenex generator coils is delayed in the time domain as well, and as a result, it performs positive work. The Regenex quantum motor is just an extreme example of the Regenex generator coil, in that the load applied has zero resistance, so we end up with the maximum amount of current and the maximum amount of acceleration. And then finally, with the electromagnetic field energy harvesting, we're able to harness the created electromagnetic field energy that is produced around a quantum motor coil or Regenex generator coil, and deliver that into the adjacent generator coil such that its output is increased. So the electromagnetic field energy that's created around the coil performs mechanical work and electrical work. The conventional generator that we're demonstrating here operates at slightly more than 100% efficiency, in that the generator was delivering more power to the load than was delivered to it by the prime mover through the drive shaft. And the Regenex generator operates at infinite efficiency, which means that the prime mover, the input to the prime mover, or the prime mover doesn't supply any additional mechanical power to the Regenex generator when it's on load. And the Regenex quantum motor also operates at infinite efficiency, in that it's harnessing created electromagnetic field energy as its energy source in order to perform its positive work. So, created electromagnetic field energy that was originally discovered by Hans Christian Ørsted in 1820 and used by Michael Faraday to produce the world's first electric motor, and then used to describe the negative work performed in electric generators by Emil Lenz. That electromagnetic field energy can now be used to perform positive work in electric generators rather than negative work, and it can also be used to perform positive work in electric motors without requiring any externally supplied electric energy. And finally, electric vehicle regenerative braking is not braking, quote unquote braking in the Newtonian sense electric vehicle regenerative braking should actually be called electric vehicle regenerative negative motoring, where the generator is operating as a motor and it's performing negative work, or it's creating a counter electromagnetic torque. And the Regenex generator performs electric vehicle regenerative acceleration, where a complementary electromagnetic torque is produced. So Lenz's law is essentially currently considered to be Newton's third law. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. The Regenex generator basically says that for every action, there's an equal and complementary reaction. So that's about it. Again, I'll try to recap this in the body of the letter that accompanies the video. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Cheers for now.